Okay, we are live, everybody.
Are we live?
Kpro cow pow wow. Kpro cow pow wow wow. It's the Kpro
We are live.
cow pow wow wow. They wanna find the treasure, they wanna find it now. They are Kpro and they are cow. They're going over it and over it and over it again. This treasure hunt created by Forrest Fenn. Sing it! Kpro cow pow wow. Kpro cow pow wow wow. It's the Kpro cow pow wow. Marion and Indy are what they're like, although their real names are Christy and Mike. Can they pin down the treasure?
No, they're not going to pin down the treasure. It's already been found, everybody. I guess we need a new theme song, huh? Hey, everybody. Today is Monday, June 22nd. What are you doing? We're live on YouTube. Every Monday night, we go live, 6 p.m. Pacific. And this is a Kpro cow powwow. That's what we had a contest, and that's what they named it. I just got out of the pool. You might be able to tell. This little guy's got out of the pool. You might be able to tell. And I got dinner done, though. I had to rush. So, Kpro, how was your day today? I heard escape room.
Yes. Hi.
All right. And
Yeah.
there you go.
So we found one that's open. My little guy has been sick, and so he's basically been sleeping for days. But he woke up today, said, "Why don't we hit an escape room?" I took the sassy little Cowlazars, and we got it done in 54 minutes. So it was a good one. There's several in my area. So yeah, walking amongst lines, I got a lot to say. Last night, there's a little bit too much all coming at me. I got some things to say to these finders and to these tubers and to the Forrest Fenn. I'm a fake website and all of these people. I got something to say because here's what I did today. As I was nursing my kid, and actually he did okay. So he's kind of functional right now. So thank you for asking, Mike. But yeah, we got out of the house. I'm just exhausted on everything that's happening. But I did some research today on, because of course, if Toby comes on last night, talks about this website, now everybody's asking, everybody's saying, oh, it's it. So I did some research of my own. I talked to some web people. I talked to some attorneys. I didn't even tell you any of this, Mike. Yeah. And I'm going to give you, I'm going to give you not our opinion, my opinion on the subject after talking with I'll just say some people that are more informed than I on the BS site that's out there. I'll give you a little.
Yeah, I read the website over and I'm not believing it. And I'm very surprised that Toby would give it any credence to it just because there's nothing there. I mean, yeah, they said this is what happened, but anybody can say that. But that's just my opinion.
Yeah, but I have lots of other details that will help, I think, put the nail in that coffin and say night night.
Somebody did reach out to me and say, Wayback Machine, check some of them dates. They're not matching up. But
exactly. And that's what one of the tech people said. Well, did you just go to the history of that site and the dates don't line up? And well, I have some details to that. So because here's what you don't do. You don't listen to other people. You just go and figure it out yourself. And then the answer is wonk, wonk, wonk. Can you come here? And I'll tell you what I know. And then if I'm wrong, and I do have to say, the other day, Brian in chat said that I was wrong about a couple of the parish things that I'd found out. Thank you for saying that, because I reached out to Natalie and she did set the record straight that I think I already said this once, but I do want to correct the record when I'm wrong. The two previous hunts were Maine. This one is Maine and a couple other states around it. So it's Maine-ish. So I should have added the ish. The other one was, there was a team that won the last one. And she said if that team local continues to win them, she won't continue to do these. I thought it was that team had won more than one. But she just said no after that one. She just doesn't want one group winning each one and then not getting a wider group. But I did see that her website went to private today because they hit their goal, and it's like they're off to the races. So I think that means she's going to be putting out additional information on her site. So yeah, so I think it's sounding like Parrish is taking off, and Natalie, it seems the structure of that is such a good one. I wish I was just closer. Anyway.
Mr. Scary, thank you for your service. He's from Maine, but he's stationed in South Korea.
Oh, thank you for your service.
Tell Kim Jong-un that I said hello.
Super chat.
I was just about to say it. Matthew Coughlin, you beat me to it. Thanks for being the voice of reason going forward. Thank you for that super chat, Matthew. I did want to say that, yeah, if you guys are new, me and Kpro, we go live. We talk about treasure hunts. We call it the Treasure Hunting Amusement Park. And each treasure hunt is a ride. And tonight there are 2 new rides that opened up. There's also a ride that shut down. You guys might not know about. So we'll talk about. That's not the Forrest Fenn one. So we'll talk about that. But first, I got to say, thumbs up the video. Make sure you subscribe. Super chats on and all that. But I got to say, originally we'd planned to talk about this treasure hunt.
Yes.
This is a ride that has been closed for 12 years, but it's actually now got a sign on it that says reopening in the middle of August.
It's being renovated. It's being updated.
It's being renovated. It's going to open. A brand new ride is going to open in August. We were going to talk about this tonight, but I figured, you know what? I haven't mailed any books out yet. So why would we talk about it before people get the 1.0 books? So we will talk about this in a week or two. And we have all the way to the middle of August. So we have time to go over Vegas Die 1.0. Instead, because we just had an impromptu 3-hour live session last night, we thought we would discuss that. Kpro has some things she wants to say. And then also there's 2 new treasure hunts. I call them maybe mini hunts, but they are a treasure hunt nonetheless. So there's 2 new rides in the amusement park you guys might not know about because they're kind of over there in the corner a little bit. So we're going to talk about those. I will show you guys the websites and we'll talk about those. And there's another ride that got shut down and we will talk about that.
Yeah, so let's start with the other smaller rides, and then we're going to talk about the big daddy of the Forrest Fenn at the end. Because Minotaur Marino, though, says, please tell everyone I'm going to dominate the AGK treasure hunt. Everyone else should just stay home. Except that is who I gave my roast to. I'm bringing it home. You know who I asked? I said, Jason Eunice, you need to be partners with me. He has been excluded from participating in the hunt. So I'm already getting, I cheat. If you watch the other YouTube videos, you know I'm a lying, cheating. I'm going to get this one. I'm not walking by this one. I'm not going to miss it by this much. AGK is going to be the one I'm excited about, like Vegas Die 2. But I think as more hunts happen, I have figured out the things that I like the most. I like a shorter book or a scroll, or like Parrish's 7 pages. I like the shorter. Toby got that. I want to know right when it's found, and I want to know the solve. Toby got that. He's putting a proxy item out. I think Toby's been in the game long enough, Toby and Shelly, that they're changing things to make sure that happens. So I am excited about this.
I will reserve judgment on the AGK hunt until the book comes out because, yeah, I do trust Toby and Shelly to do a good job. But after what he said about the website, I don't know. But I will wait for their book to come out.
But he thought, but let's be honest. He also thought New Mexico fishing regulations for WWWH, which you, I guess, can kind of. I love him as my search dad. There's a couple things when it comes to hunting that he's not perfect at. I think he's going to be perfect at creating a hunt.
And that's okay. We can all have different opinions.
Yes, he can be wrong.
Okay.
I won't say it around him, though.
But before we get into the other treasure hunts, breaking news. Well, it's not really breaking news. I need a button for mail time. It is mail time, everybody. I went to the UPS store, got 2 more Vegas Die books in the mail. For those of you that have ordered 1.0, I will be getting them to you in the mail. Hopefully by the end of this week, I'll get them all shipped out. That way you have time to get them in the mail. We'll discuss it. But I did get something in the mail for one Kpro right here. Somebody said they were going to send you the frog, right?
Yes.
All right, here it is.
And I have not seen this, you guys.
It's live right here on YouTube. Oh, nice. There is the frog, everybody.
Ah, I got my frog.
It says, hi, my name is Consolation. Please wear me for luck on treasure hunt. So I don't know if you know who this is from because it doesn't say. The package did not say who it's from. But that's pretty cool.
It was Finder from the East at gmail.com or something like that. So
Awesome. So thank you, whoever sent
That
it.
is
We'll go to Kpro.
Oh,
Hey, you got another one for the poker table now, right? This one's consolation, though.
you don't even know. If
This is
my
for
stuff,
treasure.
I'm gonna have to have an entire book area for all of my frogs.
That's right. All of these would be bookshelves everywhere. So yeah, Searcher said they were going to send Kpro the gold frog, and I got to say they were true to their word. That is in fact
awesome.
a gold frog.
Okay,
Yeah,
so just to be a little bit more clear, Finder, the frog that was in the chest. In the chest.
Oh, now you say it.
In the chest, yes. Oh, 3 runs.
That's a good one. Thank you for the super chat. 3D Bron says, Kpro, when are you going to FOIA? When's the FOIA coming out on Toby? Haha, joking. Kpro FOIA's all these treasure hunts now.
Oh, but have I had discussions with Toby? Yeah. Do we discuss the chase at all, or his chase, whatever he's going to call it? I guess he does have a name to it. No, we don't. I do not believe. I believe I will still have interaction with him on YouTube. We talked about this ridiculous website several times. So there is no FOIA. Shame on you, even though I still like you.
Did you get any super secret hints from Toby?
No.
Oh,
darn it. Not yet. Not yet. You know what I need to do? Oh, you weren't there. This is before I knew you. Cynthia, myself, Shelly, and Toby. We had so many margaritas the one night. I just got to get a few margaritas in them.
And they'll tell you, don't dip your toe in it, probably. Okay.
Look under the frog is what.
Yeah, I did. Oh, wait, I didn't flip it over. I did look under the frog. Hang on. Yeah, no, it's just a frog. There's nothing under the frog. Nice try. Yeah, it's a pin. It's like a brooch for.
Okay.
Sure. So that is
awesome.
Good luck. Please wear me for luck on treasure hunts. So yeah, that's pretty cool, actually.
There.
Thank you to it. Anybody else, if you want to send anything to me or Kpro or Dpro or Cowlazars or Eric or Chris, the address is down below in the description, and we open the things up live on YouTube. So that's mail time. Thank you to whoever sent that. Thank you for chats. Should we just jump right into these treasure hunts, or do you got anything?
Let's jump into treasure hunts because I got some stuff to say about Forrest Fenn. So let's get the other hunts out of the way because I got Forrest Fenn on the brain.
We will get to Forrest Fenn, but first, there's a new ride that opened up. Now watch, I can't find it. Oh, there it is. So this is and I posted this in the Grand Adventure. Cowlazars and Kpro's Grand Adventure on Facebook is where we post when we go live, every time we go live. And it's where we post the treasure hunts as we find them. Let me share my screen and show you this. I can't remember if somebody emailed this to me or if it just popped up on its own. But check it out. We have a YouTube channel called Mr. Clue. Props for getting the YouTube channel name Mr. Clue. That's pretty awesome. And he has now 24 subscribers. But he is doing a treasure hunt. This just started a couple weeks ago. So let's go to videos. This is 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I was gonna say 14 days ago.
Yeah.
I have seen it. Okay.
You've seen it, right? And I did post it in the Grand Adventure. So but a lot of people who are watching probably don't know what it is. It said, and plus it has 423 views. You know, he's got 23 subscribers. I thought, let's get the word out because that's what we do.
I like it.
And down here it says 10 ounces of 24 karat gold has been hidden somewhere in America. I will release a clue on Monday and Thursday. Oh, it just so happens that's when we go live. It's crazy.
Hey, this is Mike. Are you Mr. Clue?
Yeah, no, me and Kpro don't have anything to do with it. We just thought. Release a clue on Monday and Thursday of each week. No trespassing on private property is needed. No climbing or digging is required. Simply follow the clues, reach the location, and grab what is yours. To claim this gold, 12 clues are planned. You must be bold to search Will's Land. Okay, so we have a name. It's Will's Land. We don't have much to go on. Let's see how these clues work. So I like the chalkboard. I kind of like.
Are we okay? Yeah, I was gonna say don't play it because you can't play it without permission.
Well, I actually talked to this person on email. And while I didn't get explicit permission, I figured I think he wants people to know about it. So
okay, cool.
And I'm not going to play all the videos. I'm just going to show this one so people can see how it works. And actually what's on the bottom is what he put here. I understand. You must be bold to search Will's Land. Let's see. That was clue 1. So every Monday, so twice a week, he's going to put out a new clue. There are 12 clues total. Somebody, please look up what 1 ounce of 24 karat gold is going for, because if there's 10 ounces, isn't that over like $10,000?
Yeah, but
here's the gold is like $1,600 or $1,800, right? But this is 24 karat gold, which is even more expensive. Correct?
Yes.
Am I crazy?
Sure. Oh. No, you're crazy too, but yes, you're correct.
Mr. Clue on YouTube, everybody. And you know what? There's something else. If you go to his channel, right here's a cipher. ran
dear
this
Lord.
through a solver real quick and could not get it solved. So if anybody has some ideas on how to solve it,
18 grand.
$18,000.
That's what Craig
Wow.
Carter says.
Well, maybe this ride is not so small after all. I thought it was a small one. Now, granted, I did email this person. In one of these videos, I simply said, hey, I'm Cowlazars. We have a YouTube channel on treasure hunts. Email me so I can ask you some questions. And he emailed within like 15 minutes. And I did ask him some questions. So let me go.
Okay, wait a minute.
Yeah.
18,000 or 1,800? I'm seeing both.
Well, if it's 1,800 and there's 10 ounces.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah.
Yes,
Oh
it could be
my
18,000.
gosh. You're going to call me Dr. Cowlazars today.
Okay. This is what I asked him a couple generic questions. What do we have questions as treasure hunters? Is there a proxy item or is it actually there? Is it armchair or is it boots on the ground? Is there an end date? The basics. And this is what he came back with. It is inside the US. The hunt is 12 clues. I've spent about a year making 3 separate treasure hunts with 10 ounces going into each hunt. If this hunt is successful, I will go ahead with the next 2 and possibly more in the future. What is it?
Just the chat room. They're having fun with our little banter.
I gotcha. I've designed this hunt to be found. It should not take anyone 10 years. I think I said something like, what if it goes for 10 years? Each clue leads one even closer. And I was inspired to do this hunt after having so much fun on the Forrest Fenn hunt. And then he said he made 3 trips to the Rockies. I'm not going to say where. So it's one of our own, everybody. There is a Forrest Fenn searcher who decided to do his own treasure hunt, as many of us are. And he does say you do have to physically go there, boots on the ground. So there it is. This is what we do. We get the word out.
But so here's the thing, Mr. Clue, if you're watching, some people asked in the room, what state or region? And the reason that's important is very cool that it's 18 grand. Wait, carry the 4. Yeah, 18 grand. But some people, if they're up in Washington and they know it's in Florida, would not be able to make the trek. I don't know if you would put a clue out to at least show the region. That would help, I think, get more people on your amusement park ride.
Or maybe we, by the clues, could also narrow it down to a state. I mean, Will's land. I'm assuming Will is somebody famous. It's not just somebody you have to research. So who's a famous Will that owns land? William Jefferson, you know what I mean? William, I don't know. But those are the type of things
William Ortiz.
Yeah, right. This is almost like Priddle Monday. Shout out to AJ that we're actually trying to go through these clues live, which is what he does on Priddle Monday.
Okay, we're so getting into this one too.
AJ Rainville. Yeah, well, we have to see what the clues are. So if anybody has any ideas on this cipher, I looked at it for 2 seconds. I mean, I've not spent time. I don't even know what all these clues are. So email me at cowlazars@gmail.com.
William Penn, someone else said. Will Rogers. Will Smith, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
There you go. Yeah. Well, now if it's Will's land, am I trespassing? Like, is Will like a public figure to where there's a park or something?
Will Rogers.
Oh, Will Rogers is a good one.
Will, Bill, Cody. Oh, we're back up.
Oh, it's going to be a fun one, Mr. Clue. Thank you for the treasure hunt. Let's go to number 2 real quick.
3D is like I solved it. Will Rogers, Oklahoma.
Will Rogers is a good one.
See, I got to get my kids to Oklahoma because they're registered Cherokee and they got to get there. Yeah. Please put Mr. Clue's page in the chat.
Gotcha. I will do that in 1 second. Okay. Nick went to Mass and brought back a ball. Take away the grass, made the right call. Now that's baseball, right? Grass, made the right call. Umpire brought back a ball. But who is Nick and Mass? Is Massachusetts? Is it Masses in church? This is an interesting one. What's that?
Yeah.
That's an interesting one.
Yes.
All right. Let me put the link in the chat to the channel. And everybody, if you have ideas, of course, work on it on your own. But if you have ideas you want
let's start working on this one.
Yeah, this could be a fun one. So first thing I'm going to do is type out all these clues, and then we can actually start looking at it.
You have a guy in his chonies behind you.
Kids. Yeah, that's okay.
Hi, Mr. Man. How are you?
What's up, buddy? There might be a treasure hunt we could go see. I don't know if there's a famous Will in Nevada, but we'll figure it out. Okay, so that is amusement ride number 1, and it is much bigger than I thought because $18,000 is nothing to sneeze at. And guess what, everybody? It's free. There's no book to buy. There's no PDF to download. He's making free YouTube videos.
Oh, that's what I like.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, that's awesome.
I like you, Mr. Clue.
I wonder if Mass meant Massachusetts or...
Oh, my God. That's like Carter saying Pulliam. You say Massachusetts.
How do you pronounce it?
Massachusetts.
With the T sound? Massachusetts. Yeah, you're probably right. All right. Mass equals Boston. Yeah, maybe. This is a good one. And in a future show, maybe we could actually go over each clue and actually figure it out.
Oh, Nick went to mass. Saint Nick. Christmas.
Oh, nice. Saint Nick. So now does that tie in with Will? Is there a Will?
Red Sox Field.
Right. That could be baseball for sure. Is Will Rogers got anything to do with baseball? I don't know offhand. It's just.
I have no idea. Ask me about TV and sports. Those are the two things. No.
Okay. Email me, everybody. Email me your ideas. Cowlazars@gmail.com. Good luck on that one. This could be a fun one, and we will do a future show on this for sure. So make sure you subscribe because I may just go live and just talk about it.
Okay, wait. Where was that?
3 o'clock in the morning.
Let me click on that so I can get subscribed.
Yeah, everybody go subscribe to the channel. That would be awesome.
Subscribe, and
it's really cool that you emailed me back. So, you know, in other words, it is a Forrest Fenn searcher. That's all we know. I have no idea who it is. This is not somebody that contacted us. I actually reached out to him, just so you know.
Hi, Mr. Clue. If you're a Forrest Fenn treasure hunter, you're probably in here.
Just having that YouTube channel is awesome. Yeah. Okay, now the next one is a little different. The next one, let me see. The next one, this person did reach out to me in Kpro. And this one's a little, I won't say creepy, but it's a little different. This one is Dolos, right? I believe I'm pronouncing that right. He says, my name's Dolos, and I live several states east of you. Uh-oh, is he shy? He didn't say that. But he did say, it's come to my attention that you and your community are looking for a new hunt. So I figure I'd reach out to you guys. I've worked for some time now on a cipher and a poem, which work together to complete a solve. I'm kind of a shy person. He did actually put that in there. What if this was the person that actually found Forrest Fenn's treasure? I'm kind of a shy person. I don't really want to put myself out there, but I thought you guys would like to show what he came up with. Now, this is not on YouTube. This is on a website, and I'm going to show you guys the website right now.
Hey guys, when you go and subscribe, go. I love Mr. Scary said, leave in the comment box. Thor brought me here. Thor or Cowlazars brought me here.
Right.
I just want to see how many. Yeah, that would be
on the Hint of Riches. We set up a forum for this.
Yeah.
And you guys could share ideas there as well. Pretty awesome, right? Okay, here's the next treasure hunt. Here it is, Mr. Clue. And the question is, what's the prize? The prize for this is $1,100 right now, $1,100. I plan to raise the amount the longer it goes unsolved. Okay. And I did go back and forth with him. I did ask him some questions. What's up?
Sorry. No, it's mine. Side.
We good? Oh, okay.
Yes.
So let me bring up the website first. That's be the first thing I should do. So everybody could check it out for themselves after the show's over. The Enigma of Dolos.com. That's Dolos. Look at this. Little scary.
Oh, yeah.
Haunted house of the amusement park. I don't know yet. We'll see. Let's get into it.
If there's zombies or dead people or anything, no.
No, it's not scary like that. It's just his picture, as far as I know, anyway. So these are some of the questions he answered for everybody. You're keeping an eye on the chat, Kpro?
Yep.
Okay. Is this a proxy item? Is it somewhere in the US or the world? He says, I will say the world, only because the cipher is meant to help you narrow that down. Is this armchair or boots on the ground? He says the poem can be done both ways. It can be done from your home or simply walking around. Excuse me. I personally enjoy to go to these places, but I created it for all to enjoy. When completed, listen to this. When completed, you will have a Gmail address to contact me. You must then email me with the full solve of the poem and you will win. So this is not out there. This is a armchair, it sounds like. And you email him the solution and then you win. Were you a searcher of Forrest Fenn's treasure? Yes. How long has the website been up? The site just went live within the last few days. So this is, in fact, breaking news, everybody. Both of these have been out. I think Mr. Clue has been out a couple weeks. This one sounds like it's been out a couple days. Dolos, Dolos. I put love into my work and will happily reward anyone that can solve one of my creations.
Nice.
And he also said, well, you know what? I'm not going to bring that up. I'll let him take care of that. The hunt is free, which is another cool thing. Everybody.
Wait. So you got a super secret hint.
No. It's okay. I will show you this. No, I will show you this because I don't want people to go on here and go, is this a scam? If you go to members right here on his forum, on his website, you can become a member. But on the member, there is a wallet and there's an account and there's an address. And I asked him, what's the wallet all about? Like, you can put money on here. He has something he will sell at a later date, but it has nothing to do with the treasure hunt. You don't have to buy it in order to solve this treasure hunt. So when you don't have to become a member, you don't have to, you know what I mean? You don't have to do anything. I actually registered. That's why it shows me logged in right here, but he says it's not necessary. So the Enigma of Dolos.com. Let's go to the cipher real quick. This is the cipher. Take your time to study it. There is a hidden clue to help you with the poem in here. The ring poem will give you all the information you need to unlock the keys and show its hidden clue. I just like the way it looks. It's just pretty cool. Feel free to jump on our forum and discuss any questions you have. So they do have a forum right here. This website, again, is only a couple days old, so I don't think there's anything on the forum yet.
So Sassy, AJ, Mike, Brian,
that would get
the code breaker Charlie's I know of the world. This one seems right up your guys' alley. Race you for it. Who can AJ might have dropped off and already started.
What's the prize? The prize is $1,100. That's 1,100, and he says he will increase it as time goes on and nobody solves it. This is one where you solve, from what I can tell, you solve it, and in the solution will be a Gmail that you figure out, and then you email him the solution of how you got whatever the solution is. And just to read it real quick, it says, look at the end and then forget why. The answer is yend. Many will fail and then retry. Once you have the answer, look on to the next. Follow my instructions. This isn't complex. I'll get through your myelin. See, I don't even know what that word is. I'll get through your myelin sheath or make you drink from the river of Leith. So there's something going on. Some letters are in red. It's a true cipher, and we have keys. Now, these are actually in, I see Gatlinburg right there, like Gatlinburg, Tennessee. These are actually, some of these are in a different language. I'm going to assume.
Oh, there's a Kristen.
Which is what?
With a K, almost my name.
So, yeah, pretty cool. As you can see, there's like a maze thing here happening. So that is the.
Okay. How many subscribers did you say Mr. Clue had?
He had like 22.
Yeah, he's over 60.
Oh, that's awesome. There you go, Mr. Clue. Thank you. I'm glad I came across your video. I hope Mr. Clue maybe in the future, and Dolos as well, come on the show. Even if you don't want to show your face, you could come on the show, answer questions, that kind of thing. Let's go to the poem for the Enigma of Dolos. You can call me Dolos, master of trickery and guile. I've risen from my Tholos to write this poem full of wile. I can bring you fame where millions of colors become fervent. This is the beginning of my game. To find me, you must be observant. I really just like how the website is. Look at this sky in the background. I'm not going to read the whole thing. Below my name written in red. Combination 634563. Now, see, the combination makes me wonder if there is something we're supposed to find that has a combination lock on it. Solve this before I am dead, and the prize will be given to thee. So there it is, everybody. There is a forum. You can become a member, and whatever that means. There is something that is, I will say, it's very cool that he says he's going to sell. You guys may be interested in it. You may not. I know I'm going to get one. It is not related to the treasure hunt. So just so you know, that'll be, he didn't say when that was going to happen, but.
Yeah, I was going to say, eventually we'll talk offline, Mike.
Yeah, we
never talk.
It's something, I will say it's something I probably showed in one of my videos a long time ago. So there you go. If you guys figure that out. So yeah, 2 new rides in the Treasure Hunting Amusement Park. But as these things happen,
wait, is that Dolos in there right now in the chat?
That is Dolos right there, I believe. So there it is, everybody.
Nice.
Thank you for contacting us. And again, if you want to come on and answer questions or give any hints, you know, there's people on day 1 that are asking for hints. Let us know.
Is it in your yogurt video?
Not yogurt. You're going to sell yogurt. But there is a ride that got shut down recently, and that ride is the Digital Buried Treasure Hunt. You guys may know the guy with the website where he read the poem. Mm-hmm. Somebody finally solved it. There were 2 keys. The first key was a phone number to a PayPal account, and the second key was the password to the PayPal, the way I understand it. And that was $1,000. There was $1,000 on that PayPal account that somebody transferred out. And as far as I know, the solution is not out yet. It may be on Mysterious Writings. I don't know. The guy did have a Twitter account where he posted a lot of things. And I was subscribed to his a follower of his Twitter. And late last night, he posted, it has been solved, solution coming soon.
Interesting.
That,
and one of the H-casters were also the outlaw or outcast, out something.
Has that been verified? That hasn't been found?
Yeah.
Okay.
on the site. So,
So some rides shut down, some get open back up, some new ones sprout up. You just never know what's going to happen.
You just never know. This is an exciting amusement park to be in.
Right? It says intriguing hunt. And then Zozo says, I think I'll stick with the old-fashioned treasure map hunts. Figuring out those seem to be much simpler than a cipher anagram decoding. And I don't know. I haven't really sat down to look at either of these two hunts, Mr. Clues or Dolo.
Oh, Mr. Clues is going to be fun. I remember Mr. Clues. I looked at it because I was actually trying to think who has handwriting like that. Not that I know many people's handwriting. Right. So we don't need to worry about that.
And I posted the Grand Adventure about a week ago when the first video came out.
Okay.
I just don't remember if somebody emailed it to me or if I just happened to see it. Yeah, either way. Are you going to put links in disc? What does that mean, Journeyman? Links in disc.
In discussion?
Oh, the links to the website. Yeah, I can do that. You'd think somebody that does a YouTube show might. All right, hang on. I will put links to both of those websites in the chat.
This is breaking news. It wasn't the Lewis cache. It unlocked an even bigger cache.
Oh,
okay. That means
who put that in the chat?
Candy. So Candy leads or is the marketing person for all the H stuff. So maybe that one now triggers something out. I don't know. It sounds
a cache that like a solve of a treasure hunt that leads to something else is pretty cool.
Yeah. So then
like if that's public, Candy, or is just the people who found that get to know what that is for a certain amount of time. If it's public, let us know for sure. Yeah. So here is the link to Mr. Clues' channel on YouTube. And I am going to Dolos website right now.
Mr. Clues. We're going to jump into Mr. Clues. I can tell you.
Oh, yeah. They both look fun to me. I mean, I want to jump into both of them until I get stuck. And then, but together, maybe we can do it. Somebody's already emailed me about Mr. Clues. Let's see. Yeah, I won't. Thank you for the email. And again, if anybody shares something in confidentiality, we don't share it. So just know that, that's how it works.
Candy's saying I have two videos. I can let you guys play one on your channel if you'd like. Yeah, email Mike. He'll be he's the techie guy.
Give it to me and we'll play it for sure.
Yeah.
So big thank you to Dolos and Mr. Clues. That was cool to be able to announce. I've never seen them posted anywhere on some of the normal websites and things. So Dolos does have its own forum. I don't know if you want to put a little thing on Hint of Riches for anybody that wants a forum thread for it. But for Mr. Clues, we definitely should. Yeah.
Yeah, Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Should we get on to the Forrest Fenn discussion? What do you think?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Well, I know. Yeah. All right, everybody. What does Kpro? So I hope you guys saw it. We decided to go live last night about 7 p.m. and we ended up going live for about 3 hours. We showed some new clips from Forrest Fenn's and Dustin's interview back in November. I do have to apologize a little bit because there were more than one person that said, I thought you meant you had a new interview since the treasure has been found. Because in the title, I said a new Forrest Fenn clip. They just assumed, and I think that's because they're new to our channel. Once the treasure was found, we've had a lot of new people subscribe, which you guys should be subscribed. So I will apologize, and I will clarify in future videos. What I told them was, for anybody that knows our channel, they know the interview we're referring to because we've talked about it and showed clips a lot.
For months and months and months and months.
Yeah, but for somebody that's new, they didn't realize they didn't know about that interview. So
they said,
I didn't realize it was from last year. That's all.
Yeah, it was from a year ago. No, it wasn't from a year ago. It's from November. That is the one that we're talking to. And if there is going to be a new interview, in my opinion, his name is Dal Neitzel, dalneitzel.com, and everything will be on there. Now, Dal Neitzel has also said that he is shutting down comments to everything except for the chase or the treasure has been found pages. I think he's on page 9 right now. When there's any considerable updates, he will post them. But at this point, he is directing people to other sites to post their solves. People want to post their solves, information, pictures, etc. He is not taking those at this point. He has basically said that it's going to be an archive. Some people are very disappointed in that. I think he's giving us plenty of notice so people don't lose their ever-loving minds without lots and lots of notice. I contacted him and said, if you're shutting it down right now, I think there's still discussion to have. Do we want to have a discussion about, do you want to move it over to, and he's like, oh, no, this is like for the future. Like, but he wants everybody to kind of get acquainted with the idea that Dal Neitzel's site is not going to be there forever because the site's or the hunt's over. So think of Dale as the one that you give the ticket to and you come into the amusement park.
Well, there will
If
be
there's
no
no
more Dales
ride.
Park. Yeah,
Yeah.
you know. So I would say go to Hint of Riches instead. I figured Dale maybe would transition to another treasure hunt, but he is not. He's just going to shut down the blog.
Yeah.
And I can play that video. So let's play that right now. She sent me a video from H. Let's see what it says. Everybody, breaking news. Hang on. Here we go.
There's been a lot of interest in David Lewis treasure that I hid up there in the mountains, and a lot of interest in David Lewis himself. Now, when Lewis was terrorizing Pennsylvania, a typical chase may have sounded like this. The chase hastened as it crossed the mountaintops and steep ravines of Pennsylvania's northern tier. There was a lot at stake for both parties, the pursuer and the pursued. Daniel Boone, leading a posse of 12 men on swift steeds across Boone Mountain in relentless pursuit of the notorious outlaws, David Robert Lewis, John M. Conley, James Hansen, Thomas Williams, John McCurdy, Ethelstone Scott, and another named Felix McGuire. Determined to bring this band of cutthroat highwaymen plaguing the Central Highlands to justice. Into another steep ravine covered in laurel and grapevines they rode in their attempt to elude their pursuers. Lewis knew these hills well and had on more than one occasion eluded the law in these rocks. The posse's horses stumbled, provisions flying in all directions, guns and saddlebags falling into the crevasses between the rocks, irretrievable. Boone's rifle and satchel among them. Using the opportunity thus presented, Lewis and company dismounted, dashing into the thick laurel and underbrush as Boone and his posse followed the trail of the riderless horses. His trick had worked again. Lewis was smart. He knew every cave, tunnel, and cranny in these hills like the back of his hand, all the way to York County, some 100 miles east of here. He quickly slipped through the narrow opening surrounded by laurel that opened into a large room. Stay for the moment, he'd wait until nightfall of the following day to emerge from Aladdin's cave and continue his journey. But I digress. This scenario played out time and again during Lewis's life. The posse in pursuit of the fugitive, Lewis escaping time after time. And so, just like Lewis the outlaw, the David Lewis cache has slipped away to be searched for another day.
And then also we have this. Wanted, the gentleman highwayman, David Lewis, known to hide out in Center County, Pennsylvania, $5,000 reward, an H. Charles Beale treasure hunting adventure. All right. Thanks, Candy. So did this open up because the outlaw cache got found? And he is an outlaw, so that would make sense that it ties in. So I'd never heard of David Lewis before, but he said Daniel Boone was chasing him. So apparently it's an outlaw in the Pennsylvania
Well,
area.
she said in the chat, this is never before seen. I have the video that is the next puzzle to help locate the bigger cache.
Oh,
So
nice.
it sounds like something has been triggered. Definitely go to the Facebook page. It is super active. So I know some people are like, I'm back on Facebook because of H. Yep, you need to be. That's where I think lots of new information is. So I was not on Facebook before all of this. So.
But Candy is really the one with the details. So you guys, Chasing Indy on YouTube, I'm sure she's going to make a video on it. Also, the name of the Facebook group is it Treasure Man Chasing Indy that people should go look at?
Treasure Man.
Treasure Man on Facebook. So yeah, that's another ride that's going to open in the old Treasure Hunting Amusement Park. He's got a bunch of rides all together. You know what I mean? So he's got a bunch of different caches. So that's cool. Yeah. And then Chasing Indy asked, guys, do you want the puzzle video? How long is it? And is it okay to show? Well, I guess it would be since you're asking. Should we play it at the end of the show, maybe?
Yeah, we can. Or if you want to upload it, we can direct them over to you because, Indy, we need to get your subscribers up and going for this H hunt. So that's what, but that's.
So how do you want to do it, Candy? If you want to send it to me in Messenger, we will play the whatever it is at the end of the show before we sign out.
Yeah.
Or if you want to upload it on your channel, then we will either direct people over.
Direct it over. Yeah. Yeah. Either way, whatever is easy.
2 minutes. So I think that means the upload to her channel, but we'll see.
Yeah. Well, you asked how long it was. I think she was saying 2 minutes.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
Okay.
there it is, everybody. All right. Now I guess we will move on to Forrest Fenn. What do you got to say to everybody? Oh, what I was going to say is we did 3 hours live. We showed some new Forrest Fenn clips that were related to when it's found. He says he's an interested observer. There were a couple different things that were interesting. And Kpro wants to make a statement.
Well, and some people said we put out too many all at the same time, which I think is hilarious because some people say we haven't put out enough. We will never make everyone happy. So I appreciate all the feedback, constructive criticism that consistently comes out. The big thing, so I wanted to talk about a couple things from last night. I had spoken to Toby in, I think, 2 different conversations and in length regarding this site that is out there. Here is Jeffrey. You want to hit a little button? Woo! You're muted.
Oh, gotcha. We got a super chat. Mr. Fenn's pronouncement that he would leave the revealing of the solve to the finder is not a contract. He cannot be sued for it. Oh, I didn't know anybody was suing him. But yeah, I would agree. I don't think he can be sued for much, but that's just my opinion.
Well, there's lots of people barking and barking, but they're not allowed to bite because they don't have a dime. Okay, so here.
Sorry, go ahead. I do have a video, and we will play it at the end of the show. And then Candy said she would upload it on her channel tomorrow. So stay tuned. We're going to have yet another treasure hunt at the end of the show. Go ahead, Kpro.
Okay, so the first thing is let's talk about, so here's a synopsis if you didn't get through the 4 hours yesterday or 3 or 4 hours yesterday. Here's a synopsis. There was a site that said they recovered the treasure chest last August. They were looking for bidders. What they said is, we have the chest, you put money in escrow of, I heard $2 million, but originally it was $2 million. You put $2 million in escrow. Once you get the treasure chest and all of the contents and verify, you release it in escrow, just like a real estate transaction. They hold it as an unbiased party. Then they will release it, and the transaction is complete. What Toby indicated was this came up and the timing was perfectly aligned because the bid was made, maybe a month or 2 months ago. They gave another week for anybody else that wanted to do a counter bid. Nobody else did. They made the exchange of $1 million, $2 million, however much it was. Doesn't matter. The exchange was made. This theory says that is why Forrest did not congratulate the finder. Forrest was presented by the person who bought the treasure chest, not the finder, because they moved it to a different location. That was the other thing, from August until they had the buyer. So they own the treasure chest. They don't own the solve. They were not the finder. They are the buyer of the treasure chest. So no proof other than, so I put them in the list. We are now at 21. They are on the list of people that have claimed to have the treasure chest in hand. So doing a little detective work of my own, and I'm a layman and I'm not very good at technical stuff. I'm going to give a shout out to Harry's crew. I am a member of Harry's site. I am real Kpro, because the hate site, some of their members actually went on as me. So do not message Kpro on that site. Kpro has been banned. I'm real Kpro once they figured it out. So if you do message me, some people have on Harry's and they're like, why aren't you getting it, Kpro? It's real Kpro or the real Kpro or something like that. It was all shenanigans months ago, but gotta love the haters. So they have a private area that if you're registered, you see a forum that nobody else sees. They discussed this months ago. I went to that. That's where I started. I talked to a few other people, both lawyers and tech people, and here's what I found out. This site was registered February 26, 2020. It has a protected name, but the IP is out of Utah. There were no pictures. There's lots of typos on the site. So that really shows a lot of, when you're dealing with, millions of dollars, that's what you want as a professional site. When you click on the site, it begins with security warnings because there's a phishing scam. I don't understand all that, what it means, but somehow it's tracking your computer or something. So people are like, make sure you have your virus scanner and everything on when you go to the site. So I believe so. First, I talked to some tech people, and they said if you go to the Wayback Machine, and that's the easy layman's way to do it, you can see the history of the site. The history of the site did not start in August. It did not start in December. It did not have back and forth for months and months about this. It didn't even get registered until February. So their claims don't seem to add up from a timing standpoint. I don't know. I'm just stating what I know. Something's happened to my
What's that?
something's happened to my chat. It's no longer there.
Mine's still
Okay.
going. But as far as that person on Harry's,
don't be a player hate.
that's all I gotta say. Don't be a player hater. I gotta get soundboarded once for show.
Mhm,
Okay.
yeah,
So
great.
you're saying you believe, are you well, I was just asking you, are you saying that the site was up before the treasure was found, but are you saying some of the updates were done after?
Yes, it looks like there was a significant update right after the announcement was made. I don't know exact dates. I didn't go into all of them. I verified a couple things that didn't seem. It's kind of like once you catch one thing that's inaccurate and two things that's inaccurate, it was like, ooh, yeah. So yeah. Okay, so then if you look, let's see. If you look at Forrest's statement, I'm going to kind of do a counterpoint to some of the things Toby said. Love you, but I don't agree with you on this one. So Forrest said that in his original announcement, he said where the treasure chest was, which it had not been moved. I think he almost wanted to say this site's fake by saying that, because their notion is they moved the treasure chest from its original spot to a different location to have that the person that purchases it, that's who gets the treasure chest. Well, Forrest said it was not moved. Forrest said, so that's the first thing. Number two, Forrest said the chest was found a few days ago. If you go by these people, they found it months, if not 8 months beforehand.
Right.
That's number two.
Last year, yeah.
Toby is saying Forrest Fenn was like angry in his response. I think he was very, I don't think he was angry. I just don't think there was that kind of negative emotion. I think he was probably, I didn't see what he said. Also, he said the man was from back east that found it. So he didn't talk about, that's what he talked about is the finder. He's not talking about the person who purchased it. So that's number four. Number five, he stated the poem on my book led him, this person from back east, to the precise spot. So that was the fifth thing. So if this website is correct, Forrest has lied 5 times. I do not believe Forrest has lied 5 times. This is just my personal opinion.
Yeah, there's no way. I think Forrest would come out and say what was going on. If that's how it was found, I think he'd tell us. So yeah.
Yeah.
I don't put much credence into that website either. After reading through it, which I did today after last night's show.
Yeah. So if the F chest find them, okay. So based on Forrest would need to have lied 5 times. The timing doesn't add up, etc. Here is the other thing. From what I understand, I talked to a lawyer today, and from what I understand, I said, if somebody retrieved this treasure chest that's going to be up and there was already active lawsuits, then there's a second person and there's an escrow. And Indy, I know you were in real estate. Maybe you know a little bit about this, the escrow piece. Can you take something, can the escrow company be at fault? Like, would they, like, let's say you have a bunch of cocaine and I have a bunch of money and we say, oh, let's put it in an escrow account and do the transaction. They don't get involved in, escrow companies don't get involved in illegal or situations that are pending litigation. From what I'm understanding from the lawyers that I talked to, if I have something that's going to be in litigation that already is, an escrow company will not get involved. So the equivalent of the drugs is you have the treasure chest, I have the money. They're not going to do this because it's they have some liability of making that exchange. So it seems that whatever escrow company they're talking about, that would bring so much liability to them that they don't believe an escrow company was involved in both cases. So I talked to 2 different people today. Well, so you add up, Forrest lies 5 times. The website timing doesn't add up. There's no pictures. There's phishing warnings. There's issues with the web. Sorry.
Well,
I think aliens found it before this website did. That's my opinion.
I'd say Paul found it before this website did.
Oh, I have an update on that.
Well, let's close the website chapter. I would just say, you know, we were going back and forth with Toby, and Toby's like, to save the paper trail. Somebody found it, and then they hid it or reburied it, you know, in the same area. If I find it, I put it in my car, I drive home, and it's in this closet right here. There's no paper trail. I mean, to me, that doesn't make any sense. You can't take it home because somebody will know. Nobody will know. If I go on a boots on the ground trip and don't tell anybody, and I find it, and I put it in my trunk, and I bring it home, and it's under my bed for 30 days, not one person knows. So I just don't buy it that was the best way to do it, that they had to leave it there and then they're going to sell it to somebody. It just, if somebody wanted to sell the treasure, what you do is and you wanted to remain anonymous, then maybe you could say, I have it for anybody interested, but it just doesn't make sense to me at all. So, okay. What about the other thing? Then it becomes why would somebody make a website like that is just not true? That's an out and out lie. And that's because people are jerks. I mean, they just are. Why do people do anything in this hunt? Why have we gotten 20 emails that say I have the chest? I'm the
21.
one. 21. Sorry. It's just because people do some people are just screwing around. They like to mess with people. Some people are jerks. Some people are whatever. It's just, you get all kinds of different personality types in this chase. And whoever is behind that website is just one of the many. So that's all I got.
One of the many. Okay. So then the next one was Paul. So Paul went initially and put out some videos. Paul has been a YouTuber for quite a length of time. So he's not a brand new YouTuber. And that's why I think some people were like, I think he might have, like, he's known to us. So he had some videos up. He put all of those either on private or deleted them, or he had to have put them on private maybe a week ago. 3 or 4 days ago, he put a new one up and stated, yes, that he was still the finder, and stated basically how horribly everybody is acting. And there are some people acting pretty horribly. And really just said, you guys ruined it. I'm not going to come out with it, and I'm going to basically take my marbles and go home. So all of his videos were off. Then they all came back on. Today, I got an announcement that he had a new, I was actually out and about, so he had a new video up. So I started watching it, and then I stopped. I said, no, I'm going to do this later. It was family time, so I didn't want to bother myself with my phone. When I came back to it, it said, this video is no longer available because the channel has been deleted. So I guess it's the ultimate walk of shame. He's no longer even has a YouTube channel. So I wish him luck. He is one of 21, in my opinion.
And again, I just think back to why, if you actually have the treasure chest, you make a video saying you have it, but you don't. Why do you make a website saying you have it, but there's no proof? Why do you make a YouTube video saying you have it, but I can't show it, but I have it? Why do you email us saying you have it, but you know, nobody can show any proof? And to me, if you did have the treasure chest and you wanted to be anonymous, that's the last thing you would do. You wouldn't say you have it. It just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, well, and well, he just retracted it, but I saw it. I guess that video was his solve. Was it any good for anybody that saw it? I don't know. Godelka, no, you are not on the list. Do you want to be number 22? We have a list. Okay, no.
And Minotaur has posted a couple times that he's giving the Forrest Fenn thrill of the chase hunt 30 days, and then he'll never talk about it again. He said, much like an ex-girlfriend, I'll talk about it for 30 days and that's it. And basically he's upset, saying if the finder or Forrest don't have enough respect for the community to come out with the solution, then I'm done. And I understand that, but 30 days might not be enough time. In other words, if the actual solution came out either from Forrest or the finder 6 months from now, and they said, well, there were lawsuits that had to be resolved, I mean, I'd be okay with that because it came out. It finally came out.
Yeah.
So,
and
so just
I believe before 30 days, he's going to say something. I don't know. I don't know that. I mean, I'm just guessing.
Finder or Forrest or either one.
Somebody is going to put out something. Yeah.
Gotcha. An update of some kind. Yeah. I would hope so. And when
let's see,
it will go live when it happens.
I saw the video. Paul said it was in Forest Garden today. Oh, okay.
Can I
So
play this any louder?
goodness gracious, goodness
Or I
gracious.
could play this one. Where is it? I could play this one. It's just
Okay.
a big wow, what a letdown. It's in Forest Garden,
Sucks.
everybody. That's right. It's in Santa Fe, it's in San Lazaro, it's in his garden, it's his laundry basket. It's just, and then the other thing we've gotten, which since we're talking about I'll say false solves, false solutions. The other thing is a lot of people are saying, I knew where it was. I didn't actually go get it, but I emailed Forrest to solve,
Hundreds.
and that's why he ended it, because I sent him the exact thing. Those aren't within the rules of the game. The rules of the game that Mr. Forrest Fenn set up was you have to go get it. The poem will lead you right to it, and you have to go get it. Nowhere does it say if somebody was to send me the correct solution. Actually, in our video we played last night, he said, I've gotten some things. I can't remember the exact words, but he said some people, he didn't use the word close, but he said something like, some people have sent me some things and I pay attention to that. One of the key words that he looks for in his emails, he's gotten some. And he said, I really pay attention to that because when the person finds it, I want to know. That's what he said. So if somebody sent him the exact solve, I don't think he would respond. You've got to actually go get it and then prove it to Forrest that you found it, which is what the finder did. They sent him those pictures of at least the one with the key out there in the wild, and that's how Forrest knew. So that's my 2 cents anyway.
Okay, so there's the update on that, and then the final update, and I don't even know why we're calling this out, but somebody sent me actual pictures and more pictures of the treasure chest. And there's a picture of the treasure chest, and the key has been moved. It literally has been photoshopped. Somebody else I know took based on it's basically an exact replica of the key. It was picked up, it was moved over.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell because I'm not technical. I sent it to somebody I knew. I sent it to Mike too. And Mike's like, oh my God, it's photoshopped. He also has a picture of himself in front of, I think, the same layout of what Forrest did. Blackbeard is the YouTube. Absolutely. No.
Somebody does that for fun, like it's funny, but some people look at that and they just take it as fact. And that's the problem with doing stuff like that. Unless you're going to come out later and say, hey, it was just for fun or whatever. So
yeah. 21 guys. That's 21 people that have,
they found the Forrest Fenn treasure. They don't have it, but they found it. Anyway, when there are more details released, we will go live as soon as we get that info, guys, and give you guys a place to discuss it. So
yes. So that is so I will say in general, let me go back to what I was saying. And I was really kind of torn yesterday because we were talking about conspiracy theories, and I don't think they're wrong to talk about, but I don't believe in them yet. So I believe we're on day 15. We're talking about multi-millions of dollars. We're talking about lawsuits already filed. We're talking about a lot of things like that. So in my opinion, the chase is over. The treasure chest has been found. I don't know if I'm going to give an exact 30 days because it's supposed to just sit under your bed for 30 days. I'm just going to say right now, I'm just taking step 1, which is stop for a second. We can talk about lots of things, but we don't need to jump to judgment at this point.
And Ken, Oklahoma says, Kpro, do you believe Forrest would work on the poem for 15 years and not want the world to know how clever it was?
Exactly. That's exactly.
So you agree?
I believe, yes, I absolutely think he wants it out. I think, though, he's going to respect the finder with some of the information, but let's be clear. Forrest said here's a conspiracy theory. You get title to the gold, and that is what is out there right now. But if you're willing to put out your solve, you get all the other stuff in it. You get the rubies and the diamonds and the this and the that, but that's only for a person that wants to put their entire solve out. How do you like that conspiracy?
I still trust Forrest in what he said. He said the person that finds it is not the kind of person that can keep quiet about it. But Forrest did say, put it under your bed for 30 days. Why? Because you have decisions to make. Now, what if the finder is making those decisions, and based on those decisions, there is a time frame where the solution cannot come out, whether it's lawsuits, whether it's a book, whatever it is. The finder is going to communicate to Forrest what he wants done, and then Forrest will abide by the wishes, but I think it will still also come out when the time is right. So.
Yep. Okay. The world will know how clever it was by not solving it. By the way, also shows how clever the finder was. Oh, Okay. I'll put mine out for all the gems. Greg Carter said
Oh,
he'll put his solution out for, I don't know. I just think at this point we know, okay, a week ago we knew one thing. The treasure chest or the chase was over. Now we know, in my opinion, we have enough evidence the treasure chest has been retrieved. I still believe Forrest. I still have my own doubts or denial or whatever we're thinking until I get a little bit more evidence that I want to know everything. I'm just like I think most people have. I want everything. I'm not expecting everything. If I were to guess, I think the state is going to be next because when Forrest announced it initially on the first 24 hours, he said the state, the state, the state. So I think he is going to put out the state next. If, but we don't. But
Eleanor, you can email me about the Beacon Star, and that is cowlazars@gmail.com. I don't know if Kpro wants you to email her about the Beacon Star, but you can answer that for yourself.
I mean, if you don't want a response, sure.
And you can email me about Dolos, and you can email me about Mr. Clues, and you can and you can email me about any other treasure hunt that's out there. But let's talk about this for a minute, Kpro. Go ahead, or do you have something else?
I was just gonna take a couple questions from the chat room, but you go ahead.
No, I was just going to say there are a couple searchers who have said they do not want the solution out. They think it would be better if the solution doesn't come out. I think the total opposite. I think a big part of the thrill of the chase was about a legacy for Forrest, and that solution has to come out to prove that it was valid, that we all could have found it if we would have understood, you know, the it in the poem or the word that's key or any of that stuff. So I think it is important for the solution to come out. I understand there's timing and we have to wait. But hopefully by that searcher meetup Labor Day weekend, we all have the solution. Wouldn't that be something? And if it's up in that area, couldn't we go? What if we part of that Labor Day weekend is that we're going to go walk the clues? Wouldn't that be awesome?
Now, Minotaur said, do you both agree that if the finder doesn't respect us, we should we should all not give his god oxygen to increase its value?
You mean, I think he means talk about it. We shouldn't.
Yeah, but think about this. Let me use a terrible extreme just to show we don't know what's going on. We know Forrest's granddaughter was going to be kidnapped for this. Let's say the finder ran into that crazy guy and got a family member kidnapped, and he's dealing with how to figure out how to get his granddaughter, whoever, back. I'm just using some extreme. Maybe he was hurt on the way. He is literally in the hospital. I don't think any of those things are the case. I don't know what I don't know. I just know there is some crazy in this community. And I think some of that, all of that is happening. So back east.
Go ahead.
Back east, I believe, means East Coast.
Yeah, it doesn't mean Far East. It doesn't mean, in my opinion.
Asia. Angela was asking, do you think it means Asia? No. I don't. I mean, I'm Occam's razor at this point.
If it was not anywhere other than East Coast or East in the U.S., Forrest would have said it's somebody from China, it's somebody from Africa, it's somebody from Europe.
From out of the country. I just think,
or just out of the country, I believe. So somebody did email us Paul solve. It's like 10 minutes. I'm not going to watch it. Toby owes me 10 minutes for reading through that website today, is the way I look at it.
Minutes you can't get back.
Exactly.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the funny part. I mentioned the site to you, but I give you stuff that I think is important enough, and you give me stuff important enough. I mentioned the site, but I didn't mention the hour that I can't get back. And actually, I mean, I appreciate Toby because I do like to discuss with different people, but if it makes it to you, Mike, you know, it's something that, you know, is breaking news. It's not. And yes, I got sent Paul's as well. I'm sorry, I'm not putting, it's the same as the other 21 people. So
nobody has shown anything that would make us think anything other than Forrest Fenn showing pictures that it's been found. That's how I look at it. Yeah. Eventually somebody will show something that proves that they have the solution.
Okay, so do you want to know before Forrest Fenn puts out the solve? Sparky, don't be a rooster. Are you saying you're the person? Love you, but come on, Sparky. Go ahead, Mike.
And Hawkman points out that if we never get a solution, it will be looked at as a hoax by some people or most people.
Right.
And that's true. I think Forrest is invested in this.
Yeah, but how are we discussing never when we're on day 14 and people are mad at day 14, 15? My logger uncle is leaning towards the pine needles and cones around the chest or from lodgepole pines, mainly because of the 2 needle bundles. So Colorado, Wyoming, or Montana. I spent some time today with lawyers and tech people on this ridiculous website. I'm going to reach out to some botanists that I don't know, but I know someone who knows someone, and I'm in the academic area. So I'm hoping to get some confirmation on that. And then we will bring you all just their opinion, but breaking news opinion. So
Wildcatter's daughter says, Kpro, didn't Forrest live back east years ago? I have no idea. Temple and Santa Fe are the only two places I know of that Forrest.
Well, he had an apartment in New York, right?
I don't know. Is that true? I mean, when you say live there, was he just there for a couple months? I mean, I'm sure he's been stationed at a bunch of different places when he was in the military. But when you say live there, I'm thinking.
No, I think it was the art stuff. I don't know. I know. Yeah, no, I don't think so.
But I don't think any of that matters. So, yeah, it's from Santa Fe. That's back east, means back east, guys.
Yeah. Yep. Okay, call
Moreno, good luck.
The AGK 260 people right now agree I'm going to dominate the AGK. No, but you know what? You'll come in a solid second place. Solid second place.
Is Texas one of the states in play for the AGK treasure hunt? Or no? Oh, because I know there's a lot of searchers from Texas, and I remember right. I think Justin is from Texas as well. So good luck. That's awesome.
Yeah.
We will be going over that one as well. And if we think we got something, we're going. So, if we actually came up
I have family in Texas, so I got this.
There it is.
And I have search friends everywhere. I think I have search friends in every single state. So yeah. Yeah, I can't wait either. I'm excited about that. And Toby has promised not to make it too long. So that's the biggest thing is that, I mean, I hate to say the story will be interesting and all, but we're not going to care about the story as much as the hints. So, because we're treasure hunters.
While we're waiting, Beacon Star, Vegas Die is probably going to come out the same time frame as AGK. It'll be interesting to see which one's released first. But now we have Mr. Clue. Now we have Dolos. Now we have this HBL cache, which we're going to show the video at the end. And stick around because tonight I am going to show the Father's Day video that Kpro made with the kids because it's awesome. And I will show that after the HBL video because I forgot to show it last time because the season premiere Yellowstone was coming on. I had somebody email me and say it's not on, and I'm like, West Coast, it's on for the West Coast. It was already over for the East Coast. So, but I thought it was good. Yellowstone's a pretty good TV show if you ever get a chance to watch.
And some guy says no Fandango. No, Mike had the book, lost the book. It's over in October. GTC, go to his channel. He is going to be diving in every Friday. He already started going over some things. Everybody, I went in there. I tried. I dated it. It doesn't get a second date. GTC, I might go into his chat just to say hi to everybody, but no second date. There's no love there. There's not love.
I will say, I don't usually ask for things, but I will say if anybody has a copy of Fandango they want to send to me because I lost mine. And I do have the treasure hunting bookshelf right there, where all the treasure hunting books over the years are. The address is down below. It's so yeah, if anybody wants to send me a copy of Fandango, especially because it's ending. So after if it's over, if you're like, yeah, here, send it to me and I will put it on the shelf with the other ones.
You know what cracks me up? I purchased one of these for Eric so they don't have to yell between rooms. I purchased one. So, but I think that's hilarious.
It's not working for some reason through Fortnite. I don't know what they're doing, but yeah, it's one of those things.
Okay. So, so at this point, I think we missed the emphasis, especially on the one video of he's an interested observer. And this is all he had left. So let's take a moment of just not being as hardcore treasure hunters. There's a human being here with a family that's been through a lot. This is just my opinion. Yeah. So Pawpaw's been around a lot longer than that. So maybe he's deleted and created and deleted and created. I don't know, but Pawpaw's been around a lot longer than just April 1st. That'd be like 2 months. He's had, I know he did videos at least a year ago because some of the drama stuff that happened, he did some videos on them. So that I was involved in, unfortunately. So
Terry Galloway says these treasure hunts need more gold. Well, wouldn't that be nice? But you never know what will come along in the future. So I'm just glad we have these other hunts to do until you find the one that works for you. I'd be happy to win any of them. So, Yeah,
Mr. Clue. I'd like 18,000.
Tio Del Fuego says Paul's YouTube channel was created on April 1, 2020. I think that says it all. Now,
No, but I just said no, it wasn't.
Oh, then I don't know what he means.
2020 is this year, so that would be 5 months ago. He did videos last year. Remember the video he did about how I was supposed to donate money to something?
Yeah.
That Dale thing.
Was that this current YouTube channel, or did he make a different YouTube?
That's what I
have
just said. You need to listen to me.
Oh, but it would be funny if he comes out and says, April Fools, or I made it all up. And it's kind of like, well, why would you do that? But super chat from Mr. Richard McKeever, who sent us 2 1-ounce silver coins in the mail for our treasure hunt. Details on that. You can say hi. Richard says the New Mexico pinon pine is a 2-needle pinon also. I think a lot of people are trying to determine the state by the pine needles that were around the picture of the treasure chest. I don't know how you can do that. I mean, that's stuff that collects in a forest. I don't know how you can try and say that's only native to this state. But
there's an entire profession that's based on that can backwards engineer that. If you look at this leaf, it'll have this, or it'll decay at this point,
right,
or it breaks off in this way in Colorado, but it doesn't do that in New Mexico, whatever that is. Natalie and myself are in the process of making our own hunt. Oh, that's cool, Indy. I want a Kpro sized.
Yeah, I saw that as well.
Just, shame on you.
No
and I almost read it. Okay, I deleted that one.
Yeah, and on says Paul took it down and then put it back up. So maybe he started it back up on April 1st. Maybe it is just a joke. Who knows? It's just people have their own reasons for doing things. Until somebody shows me proof, like Mr. Forrest Fenn did, nobody's shown me anything to believe anybody.
Right. Out of that. So, and I will say, you know who you are because you're in the room. I haven't seen you tonight, and you might be just taking a time out. I have one of the people that thinks that they have it pretty aggressive with me, and got pretty aggressive yesterday about why are you questioning me and using B words and F words and other words. You don't get to talk to me like that, first of all. Second of all, great. Go with your millions, go along your way. And I let them know the next step will be blocking. I've not blocked you in this chat today. I haven't heard from that person, but is a person that I will tell you, several of the people that I would say at least 5 of them are people I know. Meaning I either know them on YouTube, I've corresponded with them on Messenger, etc. in the past. So it has been a little hard because I don't believe any of them have it. I'll just say, I don't believe any of the 21 claiming are actually people that have it. And so it's hard when I just know you're going through something psychologically, deny it, whatever has snapped in your head. And I'm sorry for that. So once you get to the point of calm down a little, we'll all get back to okay. But I'm not coming to see you. I'm not getting on a plane. If you want to send me some real pictures and real other information, and you got to make it through Mike.
Or the frog.
Or the frog. I'll take the frog.
Carrie Galloway says, I still have gold fever, but no gold out there. I have to cope somehow, but there is some gold out there. Mr. Clue says he's got 10 ounces of gold out there waiting for you to find.
10 ounces of gold.
But as always, all these rides, everybody, have enter at your own risk. There's a little sign by each one of the rides in the Treasure Hunting Amusement Park. So take that for what it's worth.
Minotaur Marina says, just so you know, while you guys talk, some of us are building the dream team of the AGK hunt. I got my dream team. He's right here, baby.
I think me and Kpro would have a good chance. I mean, we know Toby a little bit, and don't they say get to know the hider, Toby and Shelly, to get an insight, that type thing. So we'll see. I have no idea what their clues are going to be like. Is it cipher? Is it poem?
I was going to say, until we know a little bit more, it's going to be fun though. That'll be, we're Team Cowlazars, of course. Actually, I went to the escape room today and they're like, name your team. And of course, Indy, yes, you're on the team. They're like, name your team. And I looked at them, I said, what do you want to be? And they're like, Cowlazars, Team Cowlazars. So we are Team Cowlazars. We won today. So we're on a streak. So
go ahead. I was just going to say it's about time to wrap it up. Unless you wanted to stay on, I got to do some stuff. I can leave it up if you keep going. You're good. You had said what you had to say as far as last night's show.
Yeah. So that website, please, guys, don't even talk about it. It just gives it more hits, and that's how they're making money and all of that. And just wait, just sit tight. I do have a couple more clips we want to show, so we're going to do that over clips from last November of 2019.
There you go. Clarification.
Yeah.
And Thursday's show over on the Cowlazars channel is going to be about the Theodosia cache. So you guys may want to tune in on that because Kpro has some interesting things to talk about. That is one of HBL's treasure hunts. We're going to show HBL's new puzzle or new cache here at the end of this. But on Thursday, we'll talk about the Theodosia because Kpro happens to live in the area where that cache is. And
I literally live in that city.
And we'll talk about that on Thursday.
And it was so cool. I do have to say, for those of us that are kind of hurting for treasure hunts and that sort of thing, the coolest part was having Carter and Bill and I sit down. Bill was a little late, but Carter and I got to sit for 3 or 4 hours. Then we did lunch. Then we came back and we kind of went through everything. It was really cool just to sit and have treasure talk. And we kept bringing up, it's kind of funny because Minotaur said, I'm never going to talk about it again for 30 days. We kept going, you know, that treasure hunt that we won't name. And then we kept talking about it. So that was kind of fun. So.
Okay, everybody, we're going to show the HBL new puzzle for the new cache here that Candy was nice enough. Chasing Indy is her YouTube channel. Then we're going to show the Father's Day video that I want to thank Kpro again and the boy and the kids, all 4 of them for. That was pretty awesome. And then, yeah, we will be back. Captain Marvel says, where's Davio? Has anybody talked to Davio?
Davio knocked me out of poker last night. That's where I'll tell you he is. I don't know. He's probably playing tonight. I think we have a game in about 15 minutes.
Davio is all about
Birdie. Yeah, Birdie's like, I'll see you at the tables. Birdie kicks my butt too. Birdie's good. You guys are all kicking my butt. So.
Okay. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you want more videos. If you want to see more videos, the way to do it is subscribe and hit that bell. We're at what, 1,800 on the Hint of Riches, trying to get to 2,000. Cowlazars, we're at like 3,900, trying to get to 4,000. So if you guys could subscribe to both channels, we would appreciate it. Thank you for the super chats.
I'll be right back. I got something happening. I'll be right back.
And I'll be playing the videos, so we may be off. We'll see. And thank you to Chasing Indy. Here we go. Breaking news. Let's see what this is all about. Charles H. Beale. TreasureIllustrated.com. Well, that was awesome. Did you guys see the size of that treasure chest? Did you see the size of that treasure chest, Eric? It was bigger than you are. The thing was huge, if that is in fact what we're looking for. Aladdin's Cave, pretty awesome. So there it is, breaking news for a brand new ride in the Treasure Hunting Amusement Park. I'm sure Chasing Indy is going to have more details and probably an interview with H, so check that out. Everything good, Kpro?
Yeah, we just have everything that can happen live happens live. Yeah, so between doors and phone and just stuff, we got stuff, but we're good.
I wish he wasn't doing all these caches in Pennsylvania, but somebody will do one on the West Coast. We'll get some love eventually. We'll probably do our own. Maybe it'll be in Vegas. You never know. Wait, did I just say that? Okay. The other thing is, one thing I've been thinking about doing is another Cowlazars and Kpro grand adventure, which are these little mini hunts for the numbered Forrest Fenn searcher coin. The hunts are absolutely free. The winner gets a coin. So give me a week or two, but I think we should do one of those.
I do too. And you know what? This is what I would. Can I throw it down a challenge?
Mm-hmm.
I'd like you to do one and me to do one.
Oh, interesting.
And
Oh,
I want us to do it in our kind of natural state, if you will, of what we enjoy. Like I would assume yours is going to be more cipher based. Mine's going to be better. No, not cipher based. And see what people think. Not only
cool,
participate in it, but then also say what they liked about it and didn't like it. Like remember when you did those Post-its and people couldn't see the Post-its, and so they gave you feedback? We could get some feedback and see, because I can tell you things are coming along nicely.
And I think we should release them on the same day, both. And whoever solves one of them first, they get a coin, or maybe a coin for each one. We'll come up with the details, but we call those the Grand Adventure, everybody. Grand Adventures. And yeah, that's why on Facebook it is Cowlazars and Kpro's Grand Adventure. So look for details, because that is a good idea. And I really want to do something fun because people are looking for something to do. You know, a lot of people reached out to me and Kpro and said, keep the Thrill the Chase going, use Forrest Fenn's poem to come up with something and do it a different way. We're not going to do that. The Thrill the Chase is over. We're all waiting on details on the solve, but we will do our own thing is what we're going to end up doing.
Yep. That would be grand, Cheryl says. Grand Adventure, grand. See what she did.
So make sure you subscribe to get the details.
But there's so many new ones coming up. We knew that there was going to be kind of a tidal wave of them. We really want to prepare. And I have to tell you, for my side, my kids are a little older, so it's a little bit easier. I'm getting them involved. I'm getting them as a part of things. And so I laid down the storyline that Mike and I talked about, and Kpro, God, his mind is just awesome. Minotaur says, any chance of Shy Guy is Shiloh? Yes, there is a chance of that. Do I believe it is probable? No. At this point, I believe, so again, let me go over what I believe. I believe 1, the hunt's over, and 2, it's been retrieved. Do I believe right now, I'm going to trust Forrest because I've trusted this hunt. I believe it's a man from back east. Do I believe it's possible that Shiloh went and picked it up because of something that happened and Forrest was just like, I'm done with all you crazy people? Let's send Indy and see if she can ask Shiloh. Just kidding. I think it's possible. I just don't think it's probable until I know more. I'm not going to put my headspace there. And some of you that I talked to on the phone, you guys know I've had my doubts. I've had my concerns. I've had my ups and downs of how this was rolled out. Seemed very rushed. If it was rushed, why could it be rushed? And I went through my own conspiracy theories. Was Shiloh one of them? Yes, Shiloh was one of my, it could be that Forrest retrieved it because of crazy birds. I think it was odd that it was timed so well that one lawsuit. The lawsuit's already been dismissed. So now I don't think that that was as big of a deal as I originally thought. I thought Forrest family was just like, we're done. Cut this out with all these lawsuits. I don't think that. So anyway, and once I saw pictures, and I do have to tell you, I have a picture of Forrest from 3 weeks or 4 weeks before the treasure announcement was made. And some people were like, the picture show that wasn't a recent Forrest, that was a recent Forrest. I don't think he's had a haircut in a little bit. I analyze things. I analyze those pictures. Don't even think I haven't. I'm just not doing it as publicly. Chris Merchant, Davio seems to be doing really well. He's kicking my butt in poker. He's getting really good at poker. I hope he makes it.
But Carrie Galloway, doesn't that make sense that the person went out to find it when the states and parks opened up from COVID-19? In other words, June 1st or whenever it, I mean, that just makes sense. So yeah, nice, Carrie. That is a good one. All right, everybody, I got some stuff I got to do. Thanks for tuning in. Come back Thursday and check out this awesome, the best Father's Day present ever that Kpro did for me.
Yeah, and then we're out.
All right, here we go.
Treasure hunting quests, playing chess. The boys have a dad who's the best. It doesn't get any better than this. Dad hanging out with Eric and Chris, making videos, playing Legos, listening to rap. Craig Ranch is nice, so is Paradise, and playing Fortnite and Minecraft. When they need to stay cool, they love to play with water balloons. And it's it's great
Go for
that
it.
Dad has moved to a place that's close to a pool. He took him to Fremont Street to trick or treat. He carved pumpkins with them too. Their dad is so involved, lots of puzzles get solved, and their videos get a lot of YouTube views. Eric and Chris wouldn't want it any other way than having Mike for a dad on this Father's Day. He cares so much for them, helping them to grow from good boys to good men. Hey Mike, happy Father's Day to you. From Lil Sam Lasers and Kpro too. Like Eric and Chris, they think it's so nice to have such a stand-up guy as part of their lives.
There it is. All right. Thanks again, Kpro. We will see everybody on Thursday. Stay safe.